I love when Instagram changed the filter options. You guys, I couldn't figure out where my favorite filter was, so I had to go through each one. So I had told some people that I was going to go live. I was going to be sharing today about some entrepreneurial tips. So you guys, drop in the comments, where are you tuning in from? I'm super excited to share with you today. Please go on the link and click to connect. I know it was broken the other day, but it should be fixed by now. If it's not, please let me know, DM me, and then I'll send you where you can get our free ebook as well. But I wanted to share with you, and some of you may not know who I am. So real quick, I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory about my work experience. So the great thing is that I have been working since I was 15. I worked a full-time job while I was going to high school. I would pack 40 hours into literally one weekend because I wasn't allowed to work during the week. And then I was in the restaurant industry. I was slinging drinks, putting myself through college. And also at the time I was a single mom. So, again, I can appreciate, people that, and trust me, like you guys, if you get into a good bar and restaurant, I mean, it's really good money. And I encourage everybody to work in the restaurant industry because it's also very humbling. But anyways, then one of the restaurants that I was working for, they offered me a management position. So I ran huge restaurants for a very long time. And then I started having more children, and it just wasn't conducive to my lifestyle because I wanted to be a hands-on mom. So I started my own brick and mortars, had those for years, lost both of them through the divorce. And I had actually started in network marketing prior to that. And I'd been in network marketing for the better part of 2 decades. So yeah, we've built this amazing business. It's scaled. The other thing that I'm doing right now is I just got done pitching our CRM to a major company. So I'm really excited about that because, I'm all about providing solutions. And it doesn't matter, what you do. I want to take you from an employee or a small business owner to an entrepreneur that scales. There is a fundamental difference when you scale. Okay. So anyways, with that being said, there are some tips that you have to know. And whether, you start doing something and kicking your W-2 to the curb, something that you love to do or something that you're good at, start doing that, on the outskirts of what I call, your JOB. So whatever that may be, whether it is making jewelry or whether it is creating a course for something that you learned lessons along the way, start doing it and making it happen now and spend time doing that because that will also help you in the long run. Now, you do have to you can't always trade time for money, even if it's a brick and mortar, even if you're selling stuff on Etsy or something like that. You need to have something that you can scale. And that's by teaching a course or teaching what you know. And maybe you love to tinker around on, engines, or that's a love of yours. I always use Roger Wakefield, like the plumber dude on YouTube, right? Always looking for something to scale and looking for affiliate programs or multiple streams of income. But through, our network marketing company, I was able to build the CRM, and there's nothing like it in the marketplace. Absolutely nothing. So, that was 2 years to get that to come to fruition with, my partner Anthony in this, and also our right-hand girl, Kelly. But you guys, I saw a need for it. I was like, okay, I have this vision, make it come to life. And that's what we did. But here's some fundamental things before you do anything that you have to know being an entrepreneur. Okay, so number one, and you guys tell me, drop a 1 in the comments if you have a business attorney in your back pocket, a really good, aggressive CPA, okay? And maybe sometimes you might need a bookkeeper. What about a virtual assistant if you're trying to let's just say you're trying to kick the W-2 to the curb, okay? You're going to need some sort of virtual assistant. And then the other thing is that I don't care if you're single and you live alone, invest in it every 2 weeks because it's part that you can write off because you have to hire a cleaning person to clean your house. You just got back 2 to 3 hours of time. Okay, these are non-negotiables for people that really want to start something else or, save more commodities of time. A business attorney. Now, the one thing is, yes, you need to vet them. Yes, you need to interview them to see if you even like them. That means that you may be talking to 2 or 3 different people, but make sure that they have your best interests at heart, and they're just not charging you a fee of $350 an hour to create shit you don't need. Now, I'm going to tell you something else. Little money saving and time tip here. Do you know that you can create your own LLC? Okay. Now, with incorporating for an S or a C corporation, probably best to see which one fits, but start and create your own LLC. You're going to go through whatever state you live in, .gov. So I live in South Carolina, southcarolina.gov. You're going to go register your domain name, make sure it's available, do the articles of incorporation. You're going to pay the $100 fee, and then you're going to go to irs.gov and get your EIN. Okay? Super simple. Guess what, guys? You can do it in 2 minutes, right? And that will also save you. Now, if you go through an attorney and have them do that, expect to spend anywhere from $350 to $500. Now, if your business has scaled, okay, and I say probably the tipping point is at around $50,000 a year that you're bringing in, you need to look at, switching that to a C or an S corp. If you're doing this on the public side of it, if you're doing it on the private side of it, there's a whole different set of rules. Okay. That's the first thing. Yes, Brooke, I'm telling you, do it. It does not matter. If you want more time, you've got to hire someone to do it. Have them come in once every 2 weeks. It's the best investment that you'll make into yourself. Okay. So the other thing is a CPA. Now I will tell you, I have gone through several CPAs. I ditched them when they told me I can't write off my hair color, my jewelry, my nails, whatever the case may be. That's bullshit because it's under advertising. Everything that you do for your brand, you're going live, you're making videos, you're doing courses. By the way, coursework is really easy to do. Hit me up on a DM and I'll share with you on how to do that. But the one thing is that this is all advertising here. Right? I'm going on lives. Social media, free advertising for your business, right? But at the end of the day, you can write all of that off. They need to be aggressive. They need to understand what it means to have an e-commerce and a home-based business. If they don't, sayonara. Okay? If people tell you that you can't write this stuff off, they don't understand how this works. And I am just telling you guys, I have learned a lot of it on my own. Now, I am not giving you financial advice. I am not giving you, tax advice. This is just what I have learned from my professionals. The last thing is also as well is that, yes, you need to have a will and trust in place. You do not want your business or your children to be wards of the state. You are going to have to spend, probably on the low end, depending on where you live, $1,200 to $1,500 to have a will and trust done. Your children are worth it. Okay? Get that taken care of ASAP. I do not care. You can always modify your will and trust depending on your business, depending on what you're doing. Maybe, some family members have changed and you have kids under the age of 18 and they're no longer a fit to be guardians if something happens to you. These are non-negotiables. Guys, I'm telling you right now, you need it for your business and you need to put your business in a trust, right? So if your business is scaling and you are an LLC and you're making more than $50,000 a year, it's got to be in that part of your will and trust. Okay. Last thing is financial advisors. They're all constructed differently. You need to find someone that's doing infinite banking or premier banking, and you need to get your money out of the stock markets and ditch the 401k. All you're doing is you're giving it back to the 3 major corporations that the government is involved with, and they're making money off you yet again. And so you need to be aggressive, and you guys learn this yourself. Okay. Again, I am not a financial advisor. I know people that can help you. If you have questions, I can direct you. I have, Becca here is licensed in 3 different states. She's a fucking rock star. She's our business attorney. And she's awesome. But you know what? Attorneys know people all throughout the state. So I always go to her and I ask her for a recommendation. Ask your circle of influence. If people are operating a successful business in your community, they have these professionals in their back pocket. The one thing that you have to do, you have to protect your intellectual property. You have to protect your home. You have to first and foremost, protect your children and your significant other or your spouse. Non-negotiables, guys. Okay? Because that's, whether you realize it or not, your business, your family, your livelihood, everything, that's all part of it. Right? So please take this advice, share it with other people. I have people that have come back and told me I'm full of shit. Actually, I'm not, because I've lived this now for the better part of 25 years of listening and having professionals on my side. So that's what I encourage you to do today, is to have those professionals on your side. You treat anything that you're doing like a business first and foremost. Do you have to bootstrap? Absolutely. There is no question. But bootstrapping is not leaving yourself open to having things that happen out of our control without being protected. So those are just some of the things that I wanted to share with you. I actually have a conversation going on with some people. Oh, and the whole thing is, you guys, if you are planning for taxes, you don't do for last year now, you start in September. And you guys have different accounts where you're funneling, your cash. And the other thing is, guys, if you have positive cash flow, that infinite banking or real estate is where you need to be putting your extra money. Though, you guys, there's so many different options right now. Real estate and even like self-storage and the mobile home parks and I'm not saying apartments, it's not my deal. So I don't want to manage any properties, but there are investment syndicates that you can get involved with that you can put your capital gains into. And I've talked about this a lot, but this is one thing about you making your money work for you, you being cognizant of what you can do and what you can't do, and also challenging those professionals that are working for you. They need to really know their stuff. So I just wanted to share that with you today. I had been thinking about it for a while. There's a lot of other things that I could share with you, but trying to, keep this timely. You guys, I'm telling you, you've got to be, the one thing is, the more money that you keep for yourself, that's the more money that you're keeping for yourself. I am teaching people how to build legacy wealth. And what I mean by wealth, and you've heard me talk about it before if you follow me, is the 5 pillars: friends and family, faith, fitness, finance, and freedom. Okay? So, all right, you guys, that is on my soapbox today. Love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.